Hello, welcome to our channel and our community, our soul family. This is Lunar Goddess Tarot. I'm Sarah and I'll be your intuitive guide and your reader today. I do channel for the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine Collective. For those of you who identify as twin flames or twin souls, I also channel for the collective who is moving through the ascension process, which is all of us at this point. And I channel for light workers and starseeds. I happen to be a light worker, a starseed, and a twin soul in this lifetime. And I really enjoy giving clarity and helping those who feel lost on this journey. So you can check out my website. I don't offer personal readings at this time, but we do offer personal coaching sessions. You can also check out my Patreon for extra support. I am working on that Venus-Mars update, and I will be delivering that to you sometime, hopefully this week. The 3D has been very active and very busy, and it's been exhausting. And I know a lot of you are really feeling those ascension symptoms really amp up and beef up. And a large part of that is because the masculines are moving through their next fall. And as they move through the fall, the feminine takes a hit, so to speak. And we're going to get stronger and stronger. We are getting stronger and stronger, but we are also activating at this time. We are still healing. We are still activating. So to take on the addition of a fall from the masculine when we've already gone through the majority of our big falls really can knock us down. So rest up, guys, hydrate. Do not overexert or overextend yourself, and really listen to what your body needs at this time. I have a couple minutes here in between appointments, so I am going to do I'm going to use my Muse Tarot and the Kipper deck, just these two decks, and I'll try to squeeze in another reading later today, if possible. But as we head into the second week of February, it is really intense. And we're heading up to this Mars-Venus conjunction, which actually the energies are going to last for about 2 months. The direct conjunction, there's different dates that I've seen, so I'm a little confused. I've seen February 19th, I've seen February 13th, I've seen February 17th, I believe. So I'm going to have to get more clear as to when exactly they are conjuncting directly at that exact conjunction. But the conjunction overall is happening over the course of the next 2 months. So that leads us into April. And I really feel like April through August are going to be quite abundant. And April happens to be the month that we're offering our second group coaching program. So a lot of you have expressed interest. What we're going to do is, I think I'm going to do an email list of those people who are interested, so you can start receiving information as we start to send it out to you. And also you'll have access to the early bird pricing, which we're going to try to get out to you at the end of February. I'm going to be moving here soon, and as you guys know, that's a major stressor and will require a lot of time and energy. So I don't have exact dates as to when the program's going to launch yet. I don't have exact dates as to when we will launch the early bird, so you'll just have to stay tuned. And like I said, I'll probably do an email collection there for you guys soon, so we can just get anybody who's interested that information. It's going to be a 3 to 4 month program. It's going to be intensive. There'll be coaching calls. There'll be a social group, which is so incredibly beneficial. You can ask my group that is currently in the process of, we are actually wrapping up that first group. It was a 6-month program, but we're going to get some testimonials, and you guys will see the value of the program and the value of the sisterhood. Divine masculines are welcome too, by the way. Divine masculine, we do have a divine masculine in our group. So absolutely, divine masculines, we're learning a lot from her. And hopefully she's learning a lot from us. So going over here to the card portion of the reading, we have the gift. And I find it interesting that 17, because for me, 717 has significance in the physical union. It's the physical manifestation of your dreams, your desires, of your thoughts, okay? It's what, everyone truly desires, is that physical connection. And a lot of you have been without that physical connection for quite a while, that physical union. So this keeps on coming up, guys, over and over again as sort of a theme here in the readings, as I've been using this Kipper deck now for the past week or so. There is definitely something that is on its way, and I don't know what this will be. This is a general reading, so it could be a gift in the form of a phone call, a text message, a raise at work, a new job, a move. It could be in the form of connecting with an old pal or an old friend or even an old lover or a soulmate coming in. It could be in the form of just extra money, a windfall of money that comes in. And that does really come in pretty clear that feminines overall will be getting windfalls of abundance here. Take it as it resonates. A windfall of abundance could mean more joy, more fun, more luck, more freedom, more friendships. It doesn't always necessarily mean money. And the less you attach to money, the more healthy your money story will be, right? It's not about, like, money is just energy. So money is energy. So let's look at this. Tell me more. Yeah, this is coming up too. This has come up together a couple times. Be mindful of your expectations through this process. Guys, I know it's hard not to have those expectations when your counterpart comes rushing in after a period of silence, and all you want to do is start your life with them, and you just want them to understand, like, don't you get it? This is so incredibly important. Don't you see that we're supposed to be together? This is divinely ordained. This is orchestrated by God, and you just want to show them and tell them and love them, and they're learning on their own time, and we give them the gift of space and freedom to explore and to create and to understand. And that's the gift of the divine feminine, is that true surrender and not trying to control the outcome or situation. So be mindful that the more expectation you have, the more you're sort of putting off the gift, the more you're actually pushing it away when you want to draw it closer. There's definitely a change in these connections. Privileged lady would be a karmic partner, in my opinion. And there's a change, okay? There's definitely, somebody's leaving the house. This person is being booted out, so to speak. The karmic partner is no longer in the picture. And you guys are feeling this. You know this. The masculine's going to become single. And I don't mean single as in, like, I'm single and I'm dating and I'm, like, you know, just exploring my options. They realize that they actually, to do this work and to catch up, so to speak, to the feminine, that they actually are going to have to be more vigilant about solo time, having downtime, solo time. And if they're not, guys, the past 2 years, if they haven't slowed down, the universe is going to find a way to slow them down. Trust me. They fought it for a long time. This is a man who's maturing, okay? And he's definitely having thoughts about you. He's having thoughts about the divine feminine. He's having thoughts about his main lady. He's no longer thinking about the karmic. There are no feelings there. It's not a real connection. It's not a heart-to-heart connection. It's not a soul connection. It is a connection of karma. Okay, lessons to be learned. So this mature man is absolutely in this position of, he is, you can tell there's a globe there. He's a world traveler. The man has been around the block. The man is like, you know what? It's time for me to enjoy the life that I have created, the riches, the wealth that I have generated. And he's spending a lot of time thinking about the feminine. He's spending a lot of time thinking about this gift that he wants to give. He just has to figure out what is right for you and your connection. And it might not be what you think it's going to be. It probably won't be. It probably won't be. Every time my masculine has reached out after a period of separation, I'm always surprised. I'm always surprised. It's never like, oh, I knew you were going to reach out. It's, oh my God, like, and then it's a video call, you know, and it's like, or showing up at your doorstep out of nowhere. There's going to be some sort of a message of concern, because this has also come up quite frequently. And I feel like this is going to be something that changes the masculine's perspective on the journey and on himself and the work that he's doing and healing. And it's something like maybe there is I don't know if there's an illness in the family, or there's something, maybe it's about his job. Something is going to shift for him, and it's going to shift something internally where all of a sudden he goes, you know what, I really need to buckle down and figure out what's really important, because this isn't important. Like what I've been worrying about, what I've been dealing with, what I have allowed in my life, the energies that I've allowed, the people that I've allowed, the thoughts that I've allowed, they're so negative. And he's starting to realize that energy is really a thing and that vibrational alignment is a thing. And he understands now that he vibrationally aligns with the feminine. He's never felt so connected to himself than when he's around you, the feminine. So he understands this. It's on a deeper level now, guys, this connection. And he gets it. So the message of concern coming through here, and it's going to cause him to stop in his tracks. This is part of what's going to cause him to be deep in thought, to mature, to continue moving forward. But it's important that you don't place expectations on him or on the connection right now, so that you allow this to come through naturally, easily, and swiftly. He definitely wants to speak his truth, because we have the King of Swords coming through. And the King of Swords comes through with a Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is, I've planted the seed a long time ago. I've been waiting for it to bloom and blossom. And the feminine's like, I had to walk away so that it could blossom, because I was having all these expectations and then they weren't being met or matched, and you were being disappointed. But you were disappointing yourself, because we have expectations of someone. Like, you disappointed me. Well, that was your expectation. They disappointed your expectation. Or when someone says, you broke my heart, they didn't break your heart. The heart doesn't break. They broke your expectations, right? Really digest that. Think about that. Think about the meaning of that. And you can disagree. That's perfectly fine. But I want you to just consider that that's an option. King of Swords, speaking his truth. He's speaking his truth to the privileged lady. He's speaking his truth about the change that he desires in his house. He's like, you're out of here. Take your bags and go. I'm done. And he's deep in thought, deep in reflective, pensive thought about this connection, about all the things that you've said to him, he's exploring all the conversations that you've had throughout your time together. And he definitely doesn't like the way things ended before, and he wants to come forward and express his truth. Like, I know things now, feminine. I have seen things. I have witnessed things. I know that I am more powerful than I ever allowed myself to believe. He's starting to realize that he is of the same caliber as you, that he's made of the same thread work as you. You have the same fibers, right, at the core of your being. He's starting to realize this, that familiarity. I think for a long time, the masculines thought the feminines were just a soulmate. She's just a soulmate, and we were there to teach each other and learn lessons and then go on our way. But I'll always love her. And then he thought he could forget about you. He thought he could move on and you would just become a distant memory, a fond memory, okay? Words of my own masculine, fond memory. And I was so triggered by that. And then he came back 6 months later, right? And this is sort of the pattern, is like, I couldn't forget you. I felt your love. I know that we're connected. I heard you. And he literally verbatim repeated things I had said to him out loud and in the 5D. He said things. He said things verbatim. It blew my mind. I wish somebody else had been there to witness it, because you wouldn't even believe it unless you saw it. And so, you think that they're not listening, or that they can't hear you guys, but they do. They hear you talk to them. They hear you talk to yourself. They hear how you talk about them. So it's a good time to lift them up, give them grace right now, move through a forgiveness process if you're able to, because they do want to speak their truth, but don't have any expectations of how it comes through, when it comes through, why it comes through. You have to allow them to do this on their own terms, to come to terms with this journey that you are both on. Four of Swords, they are definitely in a period of rest and restoration. They're restoring their strength and vitality, as should you be, and they're not allowing anybody in to their realm anymore that they feel doesn't deserve to be there. They're like, go away. They're processing their pain, is what I just heard, but in a healthy way. This is a very healing energy, the Four of Swords. It's like, I'm exhausted, I'm down, I've been through a lot, and I just need to rest now. So they're honoring that need to rest. They no longer want to be left out in the cold, and I feel like they want to communicate this to you. I'm tired of feeling left out in the cold in your life. I'm tired of not being a part of your life. I'm tired of feeling like I don't know what's going on with you. And, you know, yes, they recognize I weighed my options in the past. You know, I didn't choose you. I wasn't able to make a choice. But it wasn't because I didn't love you. It wasn't because I really wasn't choosing you. It was because I wasn't choosing myself. And in not choosing myself, I wasn't able to move forward with you because you had chosen yourself. The feminine had chosen herself. She needed the masculine to step up and choose himself so that you can come into that union. But the masculine wasn't choosing himself. He felt like he had to be the provider. He didn't want to hurt somebody, other people. But in the process of that masculine, you hurt your feminine and you hurt yourself because you weren't being honest with yourself or her or your feelings for her or the truth of this connection, because the masculines know a lot more than they're giving credit for. They know a lot more, guys. They really do. They are old souls. Some of them are ancient. So let's get, the Lovers is on the bottom of the deck too. That means, you know, yeah, it's kind of like the Lovers can be a choice card also. I made the wrong choice. You know, there's an admittance here of I made the wrong choice. But I want to bring justice into this connection because I'm tired of the distance. I'm tired of the separation. I'm tired of us making assumptions about the other person, what they're doing, who they're with, how they feel. It's really exhausted the masculines, and they want to make the right choice this time. They want to bring this connection out of the dark, out of the cold. They want permission, right? They want the key back into your heart and your mind and your life. Like they want to enter that door, but they don't feel like they have been able to. They feel like they've been alienated. They feel like you've pushed them away and they didn't know if it was appropriate to come forward. So you may want to start, guys, speaking to your masculine in the 5D, letting them know it's okay to come forward and that you'll welcome them with open arms. You're ready to have an honest conversation. Forgiveness is present. And you want to start sending these messages out because this Mars-Venus conjunction is ripe for physical reunion and union. I'm going to end on that note, guys. I've got to hop to my next appointment, but thank you so much for joining us here. Thank you to all of my amazing moderators. I really, really appreciate all of you. And please do like, share, and subscribe. And go in the description box to check out the offerings that we have. And I'll see you guys so soon. Take good care.